All right, got an interesting one for you here today. Fort Hays. Now a state university, but was originally Fort Fletcher, a United States Army fort near Kansas. Active only until the year 1889, so it's been a university course for quite a while. And we're out here playing, seeing what we can hit around. It's located right in the heart of Kansas, as I understand it, and by the visuals around, you can kind of get that guesstimate as well. First iron shot of the day is really bad, comes up super short. And then the 30-yard chip goes about 7 yards long, and no chance at a par there on one. Starting off with a bogey, and there's Kansas for you. If you've never been, I've had the pleasure of going a few times, but if you have never been to Kansas, that is what you're missing. I tried to have like some flow on that drive and absolutely pulled it left, but ended up with some okay numbers, and then chunked the next iron shot. So 2 iron shots, 2 chunks. Gonna want to hit the ball first most days. And it's another identical 30-yard chip, and this time I decided, at 12, 13 yards too far is probably the way to go. So a bad start here in Kansas might be the countryside, might be the fact that I'm in Kansas, but the par 3 third is a chance to turn it around 142 yards. Landing at 142, but left of the pin, bounces off the green to the left, sitting in the rough with a very short chip, short-sided, and that is back to back bogeys. Just kidding, back-to-back bogeys, and then a double bogey to jump to +4 through 3. A par 5 on the horizon, and the best drive of the day. It's going to find the rough, but a good poke down the left-hand side stats-wise. Not sure I'm going for it, just looks like a layup. And a decent one at that, going to be about 75 remaining. Up the hill a bit, this one right on line. It's got to get down. Every chip going way too far here early. Just not able to dial in the distance, but we are off the bogey train and officially have a par on the card. White tees today, if you haven't noticed. Big slicer here on 5. I was trying to give it a little extra, see if we can get down there by the hole. Ended up just right, and about 20 yards short. And again, maybe not leaving myself 30 in is the way to go, because that one misses as well. A little bit of our target line there, and we are off to the 6th. Nice short compact swing, and we'll find the middle of the fairway here on one of the longer par 4s, or does that say par 5? I can't tell. It is a par 5. 247 remaining. Not sure why I'm aiming for this, but peel it off to the right either way, and end up about 62 left. So if I try for 30, I might actually make it. And that's probably what I did. No lie, I probably just in my head thought I'll just hit it 30. And it ends up being a good shot in there for a birdie, and we erase one of the positive numbers and head over to the 7th, a short par 4. Just a layup off the tee. Want to be on that right side, it looks like, to have a better angle in. Didn't want to carry it into the rough, but 110 remaining. A little bit short, a little bit left, but a good shot on a really small green. The 7th here at Fort Hays is a pretty small little green. Able to get it on there though for a par. Heading over to the 8th hole. It's another par 4, reasonable distance. Looked like I was really trying to get my feet moving there, and that one came out hot. Wish that would have landed in the fairway, but eats up in the rough a little bit, and 97 remaining. This one dead on straight. It's got to get a big kick. Couple rolls. No. Oh my gosh. It was like 6 inches away from being perfect. Catches this little hill. Now I got to deal with the hill again. And watch this. Probably 1 inch away from not being on that ridge. And I even aimed to the right because it looked a little flatter to me, but it still caught it, and then it catches up some speed and then rolls off the front. And this is going to be tough to not have this bite us. Now the exact same shot is one of the problems. So a little farther, almost made it, which would have just been a fantastic save. But a bogey there on 8 plus 4, headed to the 9th hole, another par 3 to end the 9. You can see the clubhouse just looks kind of like a barn house. Another really bad iron shot. So the irons and the wedges not on fire here in Kansas. 19 yards remaining, a little chip, a little run, and a safe par to end the front 9 at plus 4. Really would like to head over to the back 9 here and get some scores to go negative. We'll see what we can do, take advantage of some of these shorter holes. I couldn't quite hit it over this water. I might have been able to, but I didn't want to take the chance, so we're laying up short. Gonna have about 157 remaining up the hill. Probably full 6 iron. And another bad iron shot. Just not hitting the face. Getting it toey. Getting it chunky. Timing's off with those. 46 I should be good at. Nope, just kidding. Another bogey and a plus 5 early. 11th hole, another par 3, 164. Similar shot to what I just had. This one actually hit okay, but the face kind of left open. I get an amazing bounce to the left and sit on the green for a par. The way this round's going, that's almost like a relief. Another short par 4. Still trying to like take advantage with a wedge shot. You have pretty much wide open fairways to drive it here, and I just have been 80, 30, 40, 60 away with nothing to show for it. And another bad iron shot. Jeez. These are just not catching the face, and for me that usually means that my sequence is just off, and I'm doing hands first, legs second, arms third type of, like just all backwards, and then the club head just comes through at really weird angles. That was the luckiest shot of my life. I bladed it, and it happens to roll all the way up into that circle to secure a par. Another par 3 here on the back, 141. That looked better. And it was. It lands just about 5 yards left and stops because it had actual spin from the actual grooves on the actual club face. Oh my god, that was more Kansas than I could handle there with that turnaround. Par 5, 14th, 473. Definitely hitting up on the ball. That drive finding the fairway. And 2-3-2 remaining. Probably going to go for it. Hitting this 3-wood high enough and hard enough, but just offline and too spinny with that height. So 27 remaining. Again, 30 has not been a good distance. This time it happens to be in. That one's put in there with cows applauding. In the background, a birdie gets on the board, and it's over to +4. So there's still time to do something here. 15th hole. Another par 4. The feet are moving. The face is open though. But it works out with this shot shape. The par 4 dog legs to the right just enough. And we'll have about 100 in. See if we can make something happen. Probably a 54 degree based on that swing. And launched it. Didn't need 105, needed 98 and another par. Heading over to, honestly, I should shoot like -3 at this course. It's wide open. It's short, but Fort Hays and the Kansas mood has been not receptive to me here. 120 remaining. Pitching wedge. Full shot. Right at it. This is the best looking shot of the day, and it's still going to be just a little short. That one came off at least straight and the right window. Couple final looks at the Kansas agriculture skyline, if you will. 17th hole is our last par 5 of the day, and a okay drive to end. It doesn't have a ton of distance on it, but where it's a short enough par 5, we might be able to go for it. 229 remaining. Be sweet to have an eagle on the card. That's absolutely pounded. That was farther than my drive. And we'll be chipping back towards the hole. Trying to find 20 yards. It lands just outside the circle, rolls to a stop inside the circle for another birdie, because that's a par 5. And all of a sudden, it's +3 through 17. We're looking at a round that we're not too disappointed in. And one more par 3 to end. 129 yards, pin tucked in the right. Over water the whole way. It's going left, but it's probably good distance. And it's just going to sit in the middle of the green for a par, a very safe shot. 3 birdies on the card. The whites were just under 6,000 yards. The Saturday pins were pretty fair. And let's see, decent driving day and pretty average greens and fairways and just too many putts. Couldn't get the chips to go close. So make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you at the next video. Peace.